Hello everyone, my name is Joel Washira and welcome to my channel. And if you are new here, we talk about maps, history, and we also give opinions. Today we are going to talk about France. And as you know, France for decades has been one of the most powerful foreign influences in Africa, especially in West Africa, and for military purposes, economic, and political alliances. Paris has remained one of those countries that have been meddling in African affairs. And recently in Nairobi, there was the Forward Africa Summit that was held at the KICC. And certainly you noticed that three leaders were missing: the leader of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. And the reason why these three leaders avoided attending this summit is because of the chief guest, who was the French president, Emmanuel Macron. And you might ask yourself, why would they miss such an international occasion when other West African countries have attended? And this has been because these countries have been suspended from the African Union. And over the last few years, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have experienced military coups, and these have led to them changing their civilian governments into military governments. And for the case of Burkina Faso, it has been viewed as a success, but for the other two countries, it hasn't been seen. And there's also some protests by the people of these three countries against the French military bases inside their countries. And these military bases have been about them saying that they are fighting terror in these regions, but most people see them as trying to control this government. Many citizens believe that France has not given them the independence, despite decades of being referred to as independent countries, but they have blamed this foreign partnership of exploiting their natural resources. And as we continue, it's also known that these countries are rich in many mineral resources, including uranium, which is mined here. And these European countries have become exploitative to these African countries. And for a country like Niger, it's considered one of the closest security partners of France. And after the military takeover, French troops were ordered to leave this country. For Burkina Faso, the country has faced lots of rising violence, political instability, and also under the new leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, this country has been seen as one that has been embracing nationalism, and he has been calling for African sovereignty and reduced dependence on Western countries. And if you look at another country like Mali, Mali has experienced also a sheer number of coups, and this has also been blamed against the former colonial power, France. And one thing about most French colonies, they did not fight for their own independence. Like what they did, they negotiated with France, and France, like whatever they did to them, it was like they had to pay for their own independence. As you know, what happened in Haiti, where they were told to buy back the independence, and this has led to Haiti being one of the poorest countries in the world. And also, if you look at other countries in West Africa, like you might notice, the poorest are francophone countries, and they use a currency known as CFA, or the franc, which is a currency that's made by the French government for these countries. And so it's a very weak currency compared to other countries. And if you compare former French colonies to former British colonies, you can see a huge wealth gap because of how these governments were established way long ago. Yeah. And as we continue, I would like also to remind you guys, please subscribe again to my channel, as I'm looking forward to reaching 1,000 subscribers. And you can also give me ideas of videos that I should be making about Africa, about any maps, or also about a historical thing that you might want to know. But if you look at these things, the way it happened in Nairobi during the African Forward Summit, you might note that these countries intentionally avoided coming to Nairobi because they knew it would be awkward for them to be seen with the French president that they are trying to fight back home. And when the French president was asked about this, he said that there are also other countries from West Africa that attended, such as Gabon and Senegal, but this doesn't make it look good for the French government. And as things continue, you might ask yourself, what's next? And what next is that maybe most African leaders should really consider about being fully independent from these countries. Like, there are those who are judging the visit of the French president to Kenya and equating it as imperialist. And as you know, like, when president from a first world wants to visit a third world country, like, it's not like the third world country has a say or an option of saying that they can't host that president. But if you look at it critically, it's good diplomatically, but we are about to see the effects of that meeting, because France is known for exploiting Africa. And I would like also to know the kind of deals that our president signed with the French president. Okay, I'm coming to the end of the video. Today's video has been a little bit shorter because it's a story that has been going on that is bound to develop. But I hope to speak to you again soon. And thank you for watching. And I hope that you subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you.